It's almost the end of the season and we're a little bit sad and a whole lot nervous about this last match week coming up right now. That being said, we are bringing you all of the faults from match week 37 and a very special announcement in about 45 seconds.
He's Carl, I'm Sean, this is 40 Hours Football. Welcome to What's He Doing?
What's he done?
First game up is Aston Villa versus Spurs.
Oh yeah, it is, and up first on the list is Matthias Tell. What's he doing, Sean?
What's he done?
So he thinks the attack is over and steps up to the counter, but Watkins taps it past him and Conser is wide open.
And to make matters worse for Tottenham, Archie Gray is at fault next. In all fairness, nobody was expecting Boubacar Kamara to hit one from here. But Archie Gray just gives him that little bit too much time.
And obviously at the time of recording, Manchester United and Tottenham haven't played in the Europa Cup final. So we're hoping Man United absolutely pull it out, but got a horrible feeling, Sean.
Come on, you Spurs.
And we'd obviously like to hear your reactions as well to some of the lesser obvious goals here. We've got commandments that we follow, but you can drop down in the comments and tell us what you think.
And right next to the comment section, let's put a little D on the end of that subscribe for us. It's free. And up next is Chelsea versus Manchester United.
Only one goal here, Alejandro Garnacho on the days. Reece James showing his 4-star skills to reverse roulette his way past. Great ball in and Cuckoo wins the game for us. Needed. We needed it. And then the last game to be played by the men's team at Goodison Park, Everton versus Southampton.
And it's Kamaluddin Sulemana at fault. I see what he was trying to get done, but running the ball directly into McNeil is never a good idea. It was over before it started.
Well, my fault's far easier. Joe Aribo, what's he doing?
What's he done?
It's been a while since we've had Mr. Aribo on the list, but here he is. McNeil lasers in a cheeky pass to Ndiaye, but this time it goes millimetres away from Big Joe. He's got to put a foot in to block that pass. And we promised a special announcement, and here it is. On the 24th of May, Sean and I will be commentating and streaming a charity match for Scarlet FC for an amazing cause, raising money towards Scarlet's recovery journey. All of the details are in our description and on their Instagram page as well as ours. And if you can't make it down to the actual day, you can join us on stream, and her Just Giving link is in our description and will be live on the stream with us there. So we look forward to seeing you there. Special announcement over. We got West Ham versus Nottingham Forest.
Alphonse Areola. Now, after all the praise I give this guy, he goes and passes the ball to MGW right on the edge of the box. You're West Ham, man. Kick it long. That is your job.
You've given no praise to the next guy, though. Max Kilman, what's he doing?
What's he done?
He is hugging the biggest guy football has ever seen. Even that can't stop Milenkovic heading in for 2-0.
And West Ham had a chance because Morato was at fault. And this big, stiff Brazilian idiot decides to just let the ball hit him in the face. Bowen hits a little fairy touch. And then could set up the volley straight past the keeper. Decent goal.
It was a very good goal. It wasn't just a fairy touch or a keepy uppy. This was like a scorpion control.
It's a fairy touch. It's lucky.
Left foot, same side.
It's lucky.
Like, you know, he went home and watched himself score that goal like 50 times.
It's lucky. And the biggest game of the season, Leicester versus Ipswich.
On what planet is that the biggest game?
It's huge.
Vardy getting his 200th goal, though. Hats off to the retiree. We don't really care who scores, though. This is what's he doing.
What's he done?
Jack Clark, I'm going to tell you what he's done. He slipped. Justin then takes the ball for a casual walk through Ipswich, and Vardy scores, like I said, his 200th goal.
Steve Davies at fault net. Reckless abandonment as he leaves the right wing completely free. And Leicester smash their way to a 2-0 lead. Up next, Brentford versus Fulham. 5 goals.
5 goals up first. Nathan Collins, what's he doing?
What's he done?
Get murked by Jimenez from behind. It's unfortunate because it's a foul on Collins, but the ref said no foul. Wish they'd got on the list.
Calvin Bassey, Fulham's top faulter. People are saying this man's underrated. Calvin Bassey is about as underrated as having wet socks. And Buemo just looked at Bassey, and that was enough for him to get out of the way.
It's a lot easier for me. Kenny Tete, what's he doing?
What's he done?
So long throws are just turning great footballers into dogs at the moment. As soon as it's in the box, immediate mosh pit underneath the ball. Tete joins the pack last and then leaves Norgard completely unmarked.
Yeehaw Yarmaloik is up next. Yeah, it's his first time on the list.
What a name, man.
Would have been using that name if it wasn't.
That's a man with no names. They're not names.
Some cowboy-ass insult-sounding name.
Yeehaw Yarmaloink.
Yeah, man. But Yeehaw decides to push Tom Kearney into the ball instead of clearing it. Yeehaw.
All right, luckily for me, there's no yeehaw, nothing. It's no fault. Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson off the bench is nearly as good as 94th minute Amad Diallo. 25 yards out, curls one bottom left of the post, unstoppable effort. That wraps up that game, but next up, Arsenal-Newcastle.
And it's Anthony Gordon at fault. He takes an insane touch that falls to Saka, and then it's like fine dining across Asia because the rice is to perfection. Declan hits an across-goal rocket to secure Arsenal a Champions League spot. And up next is Brighton versus Liverpool.
And up first for it is Purvis Estupinian. What's he doing?
What's he done?
It's as if he hasn't seen Liverpool attack this whole year. When that long ball goes to Salah, if you are not on him immediately, Liverpool will score. So mark Salah properly or sit back in the defensive line.
Connor Bradley. That is 2 first names. You cannot be trusted.
Can't be trusted.
Switched off early, which gives Brighton the chance to just dink the ball over the centre-backs, and Ayari is then one-on-one with Alisson.
It's back and forth all day for this game. It's Simon Adingra. What's he doing?
What's he done?
Casually approaching Soboslai like he's about to go and ask for directions while Dominic lobs Verbruggen. You need to close down the Hungarian before he shoots.
Ryan Gravenberg. The reaction time for a Premier League player has to be way better than this.
No, I agree.
He's been pretty decent all season, but I think he's starting to get found out a bit defensively.
Hmm.
You've got to get your whole body in the way of the ball.
Jarell Quansah, what are you doing?
What you done?
Maybe he's on the beach. Maybe he just can't track a run into the box, Sean. We'll find out next season when he's getting packed in at Leeds every week.
Oh yeah, I'm calling transfers now.
We've got a quick time coming up. This is Crystal Palace versus Wolves, FA Cup winners. Sean up first.
It's Daniel Munoz. He can't mark Agbadou from the corner.
It's then Agbadou straight up next, getting on the list. Got cooked by Romain Esse. Nutmegged.
It's Emmanuel Agbadou again. He ran all the way to Munoz just to stand still.
And to make matters worse, it's Emmanuel Agbadou once again. Major deflection from the free kick. Hat-trick hero. First time ever getting a hat-trick. Get on the list, boy.
First time ever getting on the list.
There you go. What? If you're going to get on the list, get on there in threes.
Oh yeah. Eddie Nketiah doesn't jump with Strand Larsen from the corner.
And we hate to see it on here. Nelson Semedo. The backing up bullshit bonanza returns. Tackle the man. Stop backing up. On after that. Breathe. Man City versus Bournemouth. Did we think it was going to go any other direction?
No.
They've secured themselves some Champions League football right here.
Maybe 4th.
Maybe 4th. Let's see what happens with Sean's hair.
Up first is no fault. Marmoush has just hit top bins from 35 yards out. This guy is putting the Barclays back in the Premier League.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was a mad knuckleball.
What a hit, son.
It dipped so crazy. But all the hype over everyone's star boy from Bournemouth, Dean Huijsen, what's he doing?
What's he done?
He's getting himself on this list because he's at fault here, walking around the box while Bernardo Silva is on the ball, less than a foot away from him. He might end up having to tackle him in the Champions League next year, so a bit of practice from this game would have helped. I think he should have halved his value just from having this one fault.
Guy's not worth 20 million.
Eesh.
Adam Smith. Boring name.
That's a boring name.
Did City just replace Kevin De Bruyne in 10 minutes? Ridiculous control from Nico Gonzalez as he sends Adam Smith in all 4 corners of the compass directions.
And finally, match week 37 done and dusted after Ruben Diaz gets himself on the list. Sean, what's he doing?
What's he done?
I think he's got a hole in his boot because as he goes to control this ball, it slides right past him. 3-1, full time, and that is full time on this video. Who are you thanking, Sean?
Thank you to all the people at FC Scarlet Cherry Match.
We'll see you at the stream.